Okay, so I wanted to go over this trade that I took on NAS. I do trade ICC, so that is indication, correction, continuation. So here on the 4 hour, you can see that we got an indication to the downside. Once we got this indication, we wanted to wait for price to correct back up. And that's exactly what it did. So if we scale down to the 1 hour, you start to see price correct up. Price made a higher high, higher high, and then it finally gave us a lower low. Keep in mind that price never broke above this level. If it did, if it broke above here, that would have been making a higher high indication to the upside on the higher time frames, but it did not. So again, higher low, higher high, lower low. When price made this lower low, I always like to mark out exactly where price broke from. So that would be this level right here. So then we got this lower low from this level. Once we get this lower low, that is what I like to call a mini indication. I call this a mini indication because that is just another indication that price is getting ready to sell and that price is bearish below this level. Below this level, price has potential to sell down to here, right? So since that is a mini indication, it also has to correct. So we wait for price to correct, which is exactly what it did all the way up to here. We have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, lower high. When we get a mini indication to the downside and we're waiting to take a sell position, you're looking for lower highs because lower highs most likely come with lower lows. Lower highs come with lower lows. Lower highs is what you're looking for to get an entry. Lower highs is also what you use as your stop loss. As you can see, the first lower high gave us a lower low. Sometimes it is okay to wait for the second lower high anyways because that gives you more confirmation that that's exactly what price wants to do. So again, we got our mini indication, we got our mini correction, we finally see lower high. That is another sign that price is getting ready to sell down. We got our lower low. So right around here is when I started looking at the charts. So I'm waiting on a lower high. Once I got that lower high, my entry was around here. Your stop loss you want to use at the top of that lower high. Why? Because price should not ever go above that lower high if it is truly in a downtrend. If it is truly willing to sell, there is no reason that price should go above that lower high. So that's where your stop should be. Entry was right there and ride it out to here. Now I had TP1 right here because this was the body of the 4 hour indication. This was the body of the 4 hour indication. I like to use the bodies when it comes to TPs, but you might be wondering why I had a TP2. So if we go to the daily time frame, actually let's start on the 4. If you really scale out and pay attention, you can see this indication, lower low, lower high, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So I knew that we were looking for a lower low. So I had two positions, got in right here. I let the first one hit TP and I of course let the second one run all the way down to TP2 because I knew that if price continued to break this level, it had the potential to sell all the way down to this level because this was our next level of buyers. Do you see how on the bigger time frame it is the exact same thing? It's literally just ICC. Indication, price corrected, and this was the continuation all the way down. This is just me scaling out on the 4 hour, but this is really the daily time frame structure. This indicator helps a lot as well because on the daily time frame, I saw this higher high, so I was expecting price to buy. But then right after that higher high, we got a lower low. So we always go for the most recent indication. We got a lower low indication. So now we're looking for sells. Once I got that on my daily, I knew that the remainder of my trades were going to be bearish and that we were trying to get all the way down to this level. Lower low, lower high, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Again, you could see it a lot clearer on the 4 hour. So that was the trade that we took on NAS. Yeah, held it. It hit TP around 8 p.m. And I just woke up Friday the next morning and saw that price hit TP2. So I just wanted to make a quick video on this NAS setup. If you guys like this video, please comment, share, and subscribe. I will be putting the link of my Discord in the description below. In my Discord, you get all of my analysis in real time. Not only does it offer a sense of community where we can bounce ideas off of each other and kind of go through the trades together, but I do market news and updates, daily analysis. We share our results, we just talk about the trades, and we kind of go through the motions together each week in this Discord. So if you would like to join and improve your ICC skills, this is the place to be. Again, it will be linked down in the description below, as well as the indicator that I told you guys about. Please remember that with this indicator, I tend to use it on level 4. If you go to settings, zigzag period, I put it on 4, and I take away the actual zigzag, so it's not in the way. Using level 4 with this indicator is great for the higher time frames because it kind of just cancels out all the noise and lets you see things clearer. And yeah. That was all for today. I will also be making some quick videos on TikTok as well, and the link to that will be in the description below as well.